What's going on, guys? Today, I want to talk about a few things to those of you who are Nigerians, and those of you who are non-Nigerians. You can listen, pay attention, because the mess, the nonsense that I'm going to talk to you about that's happening in Nigeria might, be on the way to your own country. So today I'm going to talk about the contaminated fuel in Nigeria, contaminated gasoline in Nigeria. I also going to talk about hush puppy, and if I have time, I'm going to talk about the concept of masterclass. That's something that has been misused, taken over by charlatans in Nigeria. But let's start with the contaminated fuel. Those of you who are Nigerians, I believe by now you've heard about the contaminated fuel in circulation in some parts of Lagos, some parts of Abuja, and some parts of northern Nigeria. And the problem here is that it's a man-made problem. It's not something that came out of the blue. And if you are a follower of my previous channels, I have other channels. If you can look around, you'll see them. I have other channels where I rant about things, that I see happening in Nigeria, which nobody seems to talk about. Okay. I care about Nigeria. I love Nigeria, but I hate to see nonsense go on, and nobody seems to talk about it. Everybody rather wear their agbada, their shoebi, and party and pretend as if nothing is going on. So my point here is, my purpose here is to highlight all these nonsense and excesses which we have abandoned. You know. So this contaminated food that was brought in, first of all, why should Nigeria, an oil producing country, why should Nigeria be importing fuel into the country? It doesn't make sense. It does not make sense at all. Okay, we have other countries with lesser population than Nigeria. They extract the petroleum, they refine it, sell it to their citizens, and then export the next out of the country. But in Nigeria, what type of madness do we have to? What type of madness is this, where we have to extract the fuel, send it abroad, and then buy it back? It makes no sense to anybody. It makes no sense whatsoever. Okay, so Nigerians being corrupt by nature, not all Nigerians now, a lot of Nigerians, especially Nigerians who have been saddled with responsibility, since there are no checks and balances, so the room for corruption is wide open. Okay, so this contaminated fuel, maybe somebody somewhere is trying to make money, somebody somewhere is trying to take advantage of the weak legal system, weak laws in Nigeria, and weak inspection that we have to bring in contaminated fuel. Okay, probably some Nigerians connive with these Europeans to bring this in under the cover of darkness, so that the thing is that there is no way somebody in NNPC does not know this. There is no way somebody in the corridors of power does not know this. There is no way somebody who has been saddled with responsibility of bringing this thing in doesn't know about it. But as Nigeria has been forever, nobody is held responsible. Nobody goes to jail. Nobody resigns. The incompetence is like a badge of honor. Okay, you have to be incompetent enough to be given responsibility in Nigerian government, in Nigerian system. Okay, so my issue now is that we have the press, we have labor unions, labor organizations, we have other organizations who collectively, if they raise their voice, maybe the government will be forced to act, make changes. But we just sit down because we are so docile. We are very dormant as a society, Nigerians. We just sit down. When I talk about Nigerians, I'm not talking about all Nigerians, But a lot of us, okay, a lot of us would rather, instead of us to challenge government, instead of us to speak up as I'm doing now, we would rather, tomorrow is Sunday, we would rather go to church and give God a very long list of prayer points. What type of nonsense are we doing in Nigeria? So they brought this fuel and put it in circulation, thinking that nobody will find out, thinking that it will just, as a normal, anyhow system, anyhow government, anyhow whatever we do in Nigeria, it will, the uproar will be up here, and then suddenly it will die down, and then tomorrow will continue as business as usual. But this one has prolonged for more than a week now, and up till now, we have not heard anybody mentioned. We have not heard anybody resign. We have not heard anybody come out and give us a credible information. Okay, Nigerians are not stupid. Okay, the government officials who come out and make all these silly statements is rubbish. It does not make sense. It does not answer the question. It does not answer the question of why did this come in, who was in charge, who monitored these vessels from point A to point B. Nothing. And these government officials are free to do this because Nigerians don't ask. Nigerians don't demand. Okay? Nigerians individuals don't demand. Trade unions, civil organizations, labor unions, they don't do anything. Religious leaders, they don't do anything. Now, this petroleum has destroyed vehicles of Nigerians, has destroyed generating sets of Nigerians. Okay, some people are what is going on? What is going on? We just sit down in that country, we don't speak up, and this one will just come and go. Nobody will nobody will go to jail. I don't even know why we have jail in Nigeria, because nobody goes to jail and stays there for a long time. There's no correction. There's no, rehabilitation, nothing. Okay? It's only in Nigeria that you see they catch 500 criminals, 200 armed robbers. There's no picture of them. We don't take picture. In this country, if you steal something in the store, your picture is there. They capture biometrics, they take your fingerprints, everything. In Nigeria, we don't do that. And yet you hear billions spent on securities, billions spent on police this, billions spent on ministry of this. Absolute nonsense. And we Nigerians will sit down there, we don't say anything. When I come up here and talk like this, you guys say, now only you there, nonsense. Absolute rubbish. Okay, absolute rubbish. Nigeria will continue to be like this as long as we decide to remain dormant. As long as we decide to remain quiet, we don't want to talk. We don't want to we don't want to upset anybody. We don't want now our person 9 day there. Now nonsense. Now our brother 9 day there, so we not go do anything. Right now, 2023, election is coming up. What are your plans? You are still going to vote the same people who have marginalized you since independence, the same people who have stolen your commonwealth. You're still going to vote for them. And let me talk to you Biafrans, those you people from the southeast, Igbo, all those, I don't think you guys are even united when it comes to what you want. By now, if you people are really united, by now, Abga should have a stronghold in all the eastern states. Abga should have. Now, even Abga is struggling to survive in Anambra. Can you imagine? If you are united, Abga should be in Anambra, Enugu, Imo, Abia, Ebonyi. To some extent, I don't think it is okay, but to some extent, maybe Cross River, Rivers and Akwa Ibom. But if you take out those 3 states, you can have it. Abga should be number 1, should have a dominant role in Abia, Imo, Enugu, Anambra, Ebonyi. But you are struggling to survive. And then you want to let us give us our country. How do you want your country when you cannot even organize yourself into supporting a political force, a political party. Since Ojukwu died and left that Abga, all of you people just walking around. You want your own country. You need to have an umbrella to have your ambition actualized. You need to be under an umbrella, and that umbrella is supposed to be Abga. Every year, every election, Abga should be able to win all the eastern states. But no. Now, this presidential election, you guys are fielding all those normal criminals, people that have stolen your commonwealth. People like Orochas or Okorocha should not be able to even have the temerity, have the liver, the guts to come out and say he wants to run. Okay, but you people, you will sit down there, hey, he's my people, they are my people, they will come out. Nonsense. Nothing will change. Okay, nothing will change. And to those of you, especially Logosians who want Tinubu, he's going to come out. This guy is, if I show you people of, he said he's 69, I will show you people of 69, 70, 80, 85 people. Tinubu that is like 87 years old, you guys will sit down here, nobody will question. They say, oh, he gave power, he has power, he would not. And you play around and go and vote a dead man into office. That's how you guys voted for Buhari. Half of his term, he's been living, going to take treatment in abroad. They have not built hospital in Nigeria. You guys have not questioned that. You guys have not said anything about it. Tinubu now before he even gets in, he's going to take treatment abroad, and you guys have not even brought that up to ask him why. He has been the governor of Lagos for how many? 8 years, and by proxy he has been ruling Lagos State since then, since he left, for the past maybe 22 years, and none of you has the guts to come out and tell this guy, while you were governor, while you are remotely controlling Lagos, what hospital have you built? Why do you have to go abroad if you want to boast that you did something for Lagos, but you get small headache, you go abroad? And you people, Nigerians, you will sit down there and keep quiet. That's how they will come again. They will come, the same people, they will come and rule over you. You don't want to talk, you don't want to challenge people, you rather go because God does not question you. God does not ask you how stupid are you. God does not ask you why don't you use the brain he gave you. But if you don't want to go and challenge Tinubu face to face, you don't want to challenge the supporters face to face, you don't want to come online here criticize these people. When I do it, you guys will say, now only you there. Nonsense people. The other thing I want to talk about is this hush puppy issue. We Nigerians will seem to glorify ill-gotten wealth. I remember in the early 90s when I moved to Lagos, life was slow. Life not really slow, but Lagos has always been a bustling city, but things were normal. This urge to get money, this greed, this corruption is not there. Was not there. What we have now was not there in the past. Okay, so but now somebody on Instagram with over 2 million followers. Most of his followers are stupid Nigerians, stupid Nigerian youths. They know that he's a fraudster, but they follow. The morality in Nigeria is like in the toilet. We have no fear. There's no dignity in working hard in labor. Nothing. Most Nigerians, some of Nigerians are lazy. They don't want to work. That's why they sit down and think that ritual brings money. What kind of nonsense is that? If you don't want to follow the ritual path, you try to go and do fraud. You think you want to get rich quick. If you don't want to do that, you jump from one church to another looking for prosperity preaching, somebody to lay hands on you so that you become rich. What nonsense is that? You think Nigerian pastors are stupid? They're not stupid. They are very smart because they know you Nigerians are stupid. You will come to them with your problem. They will try to perform abracadabra magic for you. Nothing has changed. Nothing in your life will change. Because you go and put money, you go and put tithe, you go and put your first seed, the first month seed, sow your life away while these people are getting rich under you. These people that cannot even vouch for you. So this get rich quick um, uh, attitude personified in a hush puppy. A typical Nigerian youth wants to be a fraudster. What type of country are we? What type of country are we? Look at other African countries. Because I'm not going to say we should compare ourselves to Europeans, but by God, I mean, damn it, we should compare ourselves to. I mean, Nigeria should be ahead of some Eastern European countries, but no, we are there. We are struggling everywhere. Dirty people don't love each other. They are doing tribalism. You have to be united. How do you hope to defeat the criminal? Listen. People who go to rule you, who you elect, know that you are passive. Know that you are lazy. Either Hausa, Yoruba, Igbo politicians, they know as soon as they get there, they will use you. They use you because they know you will not challenge them. You rather go to church and ask God to come down from heaven. God will leave Iraq. God will leave Afghanistan. God will leave other places where natural disaster is, destroying their lives. Come and help you with your two head, with your two eyes, two hands, two legs, with your brain. What nonsense is that? You guys will sit down there. I know I know I'm over the place, but this is sometimes I just feel like I should just rant because we don't do anything. We sit down there. We abdicate that responsibility to maybe somebody. God, come and help us. When I don't pray since, does it work? God is probably sitting down somewhere and looking at it. Look at these stupid people. He gave you brain. You're not using it. You're not using it. So the last thing I want to talk about is I want to talk about something else, but the last thing let me just talk about this one because it's not going to take me long. I want to talk about this concept of masterclass because I've noticed in the past 3-4 years, somebody wants to show you how to fix wig attachment. They will call it masterclass. Somebody wants to teach you how to trade crypto. They'll call it masterclass. Somebody wants to show you how the foreign exchange forex works. They call it masterclass. Do you know what masterclass is? Are you using the term masterclass to make yourself sound sophisticated, to make yourself sound... What do you mean when you say masterclass, you people in Nigeria? What do you mean? Everything masterclass this, I've heard Reno Mokri, masterclass. What the hell are you talking about? I've heard other people, they go to advertise themselves on radio. I'm going to do masterclass this weekend. Some of you are even so stupid enough to believe that somebody was there online masterclass. They try to attach legitimacy to fraud by calling it masterclass. And you Nigerians, you that have been tormented by government already, you that have been destroyed, decimated by the government already, you now patronize these fake people who are trying to sell you stupid masterclass. Why don't you wake up? That brain, that thing is inside there. Use it. That thing is inside there. Use it to think. Use it to think, okay? Somebody is trying to show you how to do fish farming. They call it masterclass, and you foolishly follow. Somebody is trying to teach you how to invest in real estate. That's what it is. There's nothing master about it. There's nothing masterclass about it. But these people continue to sell you jargons, try to sound official, trying to be sophisticated. Absolute nonsense. Look, I think I've made so much noise this evening, but my issue here is that um, nobody, no Nigerian, I repeat, no Nigerian is doing what I'm doing. No Nigerian is talking about it. Most of them, they say, oh, well, they try to be official, try to be nice. No, I'm direct. I'm straightforward. I've always maintained on this channel or my previous channel, if you know me from the past, I've always maintained Nigeria's problem is 95% Nigerians. Government is only 5% of our problem, 95%. Why do I say 95%? Because we the 95%, we don't hold the government responsible. We don't hold the government accountable for when the government officials nothing. We rather go bow down, beg for food, the day Nigeria will rise up, the day you guys will now begin to speak up, all of this nonsense will end. But as long as you bend down, bend over, they will keep giving it to you. You know, you willingly bend over for them to screw you. They will keep giving it to you. And you go to church and pray, thinking that some miracle will happen. Nothing, okay? Nothing. Nothing, okay? God will help you when you cannot help yourself. Okay, God can only help you when you cannot help yourself. But most of the problems in Nigeria, you can actually help yourself. Okay, don't let anybody in some garment, in some uniform, in some with a big cross come and tell you that come on to my church and pray and do this and God. Nothing happens. It doesn't work. Okay, use your brain. We have been doing this for a long time. We've been going to church for years and years and years. Since when, look, if I have my way, I'll just ban all these prosperity churches. Okay, all these born again churches. Do away with them. Okay, let us have the traditional churches we had in Nigeria before. Okay, because these Nigerians being lazy, you begin to look at it from 1992, 93, 94. That's when prosperity preaching started slowly creeping into Nigeria. The more they tell you to, the more this thing creeps into Nigeria, the lazier Nigerians become, because they think that if they pray, if they fast, if they do this, things will happen. Tell me what has happened after you prayed and fasted. Open your eyes, use your brain. Okay, if you don't want to use your brain, remove it, go and die, because you're not useful to anybody.